Now, let's continue with our part two. Remember, part one, I had to show you how to put the balances. Part two is when I'm going to show you how to transfer what we are entitled to as the attorney. Remember, we are running a business. So at the end of the day, we need to reward ourselves because we provided our services. Now we have to bill. So at the moment, for you to know how much do those client owe you, you must always come to business. Can you see now? The business, it means this is what you are being owed. You, Sarah owes us how much? 49,500. And then David owes us how much? 495. So it means we need to make sure that we transfer what is entitled to us. So that's why there's something called a transfer journal. So now I'm going to show you the transfer in the general ledger accounts. Let's start with Sarah. Sarah at the moment owes us how much? 49,500. It means we need to transfer for 49,500. So, but before we can transfer this amount, we need to go and check Sarah's trust account, whether Sarah has got enough funds to transfer this amount of money. So when we go back up there, you can see Sarah has got 51,700. So now we want to transfer how much? 49,500. Yes, Sarah has got enough funds, so we can transfer 49,500 because Sarah has got 51,700 in her account. So we need to go and take out. Can you see now? So by taking out, it means we must go and decrease. Can you see the importance of putting these arrows? This shows that if I want to transfer that amount of 49,500 out of this 51,700, I need to go on the opposite side and make a transfer and take it out. So I have to go and take this amount to, remember I'm doing the transfer. So I'm taking it to Sarah. Bennett. Business. Or business data is up to you. And then in brackets, just for control, you can just say transfer. So that, you know, it can be easily understandable. I'm making a transfer of how much? Remember, we are transferring 49,500. Remember, because the funds are available. So these funds are available. That's why we transferred the whole amount of how much? 49,500 out of that. Now, we need to go back and make sure that because we said, can you see we said Sarah Bennett business. So it means we must go to Sarah business. Can you see now? Which is this one. But we must go to the opposite side. Can you see now? Because we're doing the transfer. So the transfer, can you see now? When you had it debit here, it means it must come to the opposite side here. So now what we do, we must just come here and say, Sarah Bennett remember, we are transferring from the trust. And again, just for control, just write transfer. Okay, and then how much? 49,500. Can you see the whole amount of 49,500 has been transferred? Can you see now? So this is what you need to do. But like you know, the transfer takes place like twice. So again, remember here we have got the business bank account, we've got the trust bank account. So immediately after doing that, you must go and transfer this 49,500 as cash. Remember here, we're just transferring between the individual accounts. But now we must go and transfer 49,500 from the trust bank account because now we're dealing with what? with the cash. So we must go to the trust bank account. Firstly, we need to classify. Remember, a trust bank account is an asset. Again, the rules of assets will have to be looked at. So an asset is usual increase on the debit side and decrease on the credit side. Please make sure that you know the rules. Make sure that you know the rules. Okay. Doesn't matter which bank account are you talking about. Even here, you're still going to have debit and you're still going to have what? A credit. Okay. So it means now, remember, you are not compelled by law to put these errors, but these errors make my life easy. Are you okay? Now, obviously, as you can see, we don't have balance here, but remember, I'm just I'm just showing you the transfer. So for you to take money out of the trust bank account, it means that transfer must take place on the credit side. Can you see you are taking cash out? So you're going to take it to what? To the business bank. In brackets, just say transfer. Remember, you are transferring 49,000. The same amount. Don't forget, when you transfer, you must involve both individual accounts and the bank accounts. So you transfer it from the business, from the trust bank account to the business. Now in the business, remember, the business bank account is gaining that cash. So that's how we must come to the debit side. But again, if you forget, as long as you came and recorded on the credit side here, it means when you come to the business bank account, you must go to the opposite side. But at the same time, I want you to understand what you are doing. So I'm going to come here and write trust bank because I took that transfer from the trust bank account. Okay. And then how much? 49,500. Can you see now? Very much important. Very easy. Okay, so this is how you do the transfer. Okay, this is what you do the transfer. Now, the same applies to what? To the other client. Remember, we must go and check how much is the other client owing us. Now we have got Collins. Collins owes us how much? 495,000. But before we can do the transfer, we need to go to the Collins Trust and check the availability of funds. Let's go. Let's go. Can you see how much? 481,800. That's the only funds that we have. But here we need what? 495. So it means we can only transfer what is available. So unfortunately, we cannot transfer 495. We are only limited to what we have there. So we're only going to transfer what is available. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say, okay, now I've got David Collins. Remember, business, because it's where I'm going to do the transfer. Can you see now? And you can just say transfer. Okay. Remember here, we can only transfer 481,800. Please understand why. It's because we don't have enough to transfer. We cannot transfer the whole amount because we're going to have something what we call irregularity. So we're trying to avoid irregularity. Okay. So make sure that you check the availability. That's why we can only be limited to 481. And now again, you must transfer to Collins business, remember, on the opposite side. And then now you come here, you say David Collins. And then let's just say transfer for control. And remember, we have 481,800. Be careful. Can you see now we couldn't transfer this? Now you know the reason why. And again, like we did with the other one, the same transfer must be done under what? Must be done under the bank accounts. So we must come here and say, can you see? We say business bank. Very easy. Like Sil, as you can see. By the way, I'm Sylvester. I'm Sil. Okay. So now we just say 481,800. 481,800. Okay, just like that. And now we need to take it to the business bank. Remember, on the opposite side, we come here, we just say, we took it from what? Can you see now? This is very easy, guys. I'm even emotional because of this. Can you see now? I'm enjoying it, guys. So make sure that you're also enjoying it. So this is how to do the transfers. Very easy, guys. Just practice, practice, practice. Okay, can you see if you go up there and then you can see that here you had a transfer. Can you see now? And then here you are still owed. So you can just come and balance this account. So let's check here after we transferred, how much do we still have? The biggest side is going to be this side. Can you see? It's going to be this one, the biggest side. 51,700. Remember, I know you know how to balance the account. Okay, this is the biggest side. That's how to balance the account. And let me do this. Let me take it down there. Okay. That's how to balance the account. And now you just say 51,700. And then you just have to minus 49,500. Let's see how much we get. I got 2,200. So meaning 2,200 will be what we call the balance carried down. So this is what is remaining in the trust. And remember, you must bring it down here and say balance brought down. Sorry, guys, I'm just showing you this. I didn't put the dates, but remember, I think you know how to deal with the dates. So here, I'm just showing you. Please go and refer to the notes so that you can understand what did I just do here. Okay, this is how to balance the account. Okay, remember here, it's like you can just put the two lines just to make it, Sorry, guys, I don't have a ruler. I'm just doing this. Okay, that's how to balance. Okay, so this one, you don't have to do anything. It is balanced. So this one, you can just leave it like that. And this one, again, is balanced. Can you see the sides are equal? And then, but this one here is not balancing. So it means we need to have to balance this. The biggest side here is going to be 495. And then here is going to be 495. And then the difference between the 495, 1, 2, 3, minus 481, 800. I get 13,200. So that will be the balance carried down. 13,200, and I'll also bring it down on the other side. This means will be the balance for the next period. $18,200. Okay, so this is how to balance this account. Okay, so you can just put two lines here, but it doesn't matter as long as we can see what you're doing here. Okay, and when you check the bank accounts, you can just add them together. Can you see now? Because it's just one-sided here. So we took out, remember, this is 49,500 plus 481, 800. So I've got a total of 531,300 here. And then this one, also 531,300. Okay, so this is how to deal with the accounts. Like I said, this is part 2, guys. Guys, if you need any other private lessons, remember, you can always see the details on my videos. Please make sure that you just book me and then we take it from there. I do one-on-ones. I do the group work. You can find me on 072 207 6064. You can even use WhatsApp, or you can email me on sylvester.semono@gmail.com. Okay, thank you very much. And I hope, guys, everything is making sense. Remember, practice makes perfect. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.